So I just got back from Louisiana, where it was my intention to find all the filming locations from Lucio Fulci's The Beyond. I came up a little bit short, but here's my experiences and then some information so you can find the locations we didn't get footage of. Alright, so we're in Louisiana. We're about to take a tour of the New Orleans St. Louis Cemetery #1, where The Beyond was filmed. It's raining, and they said we can't film inside the cemetery. So we're gonna see what happens. Maybe I can steal some shots. Also, $20 for a tour of this place is fucking highway robbery. So today we are looking for Emily's house from The Beyond. I'm not really sure what's here or if we're going to the right spot. I read some interviews with Larry Ray, who was the location scout on The Beyond, a local guy. Said they filmed on Orange Street, and then when you watch the movie, Emily's house has 1221 on it. When I put that into Google, it didn't find the address. Like, it took me to 1209 Orange Street, and it also comes up with a picture of a different house. Okay, so we found Emily's house. It is 1221 Orange Street in New Orleans. There's nobody here, so like getting in would be too good to be true. So I guess let's head to Dillard University, where David Warbeck worked as a doctor in the film. There's a scene where David Warbeck pulls up along Catriona McCall at a stoplight. That shot opens with the back of the St. Louis Cathedral. So we started at the back of the St. Louis Cathedral and walked until we found something that matched our shots. And we ended up at Orleans and Dauphine Street. Don't let the shot of the Decatur Street sign throw you off. They're not on Decatur Street. There's a brief scene where they're at a bar in the French Quarter. I don't know what this bar is. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. There's a shot where they're walking in the French Quarter and they pass a sign for a store. The sign says entrance around corner 700 St. Philip Street. That means they're at the corner of Royal Street and St. Philip Street, and that would mean they're walking in front of the building at 941 Royal Street. After that, there's a scene where they walk in front of a house. I don't know where this house is. I looked for it and couldn't find it. The scene at the bookshop was filmed at Library Bookshop. You can see the sign in the movie. Library Bookshop is located at 823 Charter Street, and they still have what's left of the old sign out front. Now the scene later in the library where the spiders eat the dude's face, that was all shot in Italy at some Italian library that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of. Later in the film, David Warbeck speeds through a deserted French quarter. I couldn't find the locations for either of these shots. Alright, so we're getting ready to head to the Otis house, which is what they used for the hotel in the Beyond. And on the way, we're going to cross over the Pontchartrain Causeway, or whatever the fuck this bridge is called. So we're at the Otis house, where the hotel from the Beyond was. I'm kind of pissed off because this place is fucking closed. I called in advance, made sure they were going to be open. They said they fucking were, and then they're closed. I feel like Clark Griswold. Wally World is fucking closed. So we can't get in. If you're gonna visit this place, don't plan on getting in. It's hot. I'm pissed. But I'm here. I made my pilgrimage to where the Beyond was shot. So that's something. Wally World's closed. I'm gonna flip the fuck out. We didn't get in the Otis house. They did use the interiors from the Otis house in the movie, but we didn't get to see them. Everything else was filmed in Italy. The hospital scene, the finale of the movie, the basement scene from the house, I don't think was actually at the Otis house. But we've covered all the locations, and hopefully anyone else going now has an easier time finding these places than I did.